Who's next?
A lot of people want me to fight Soul Papi, so
Anybody can get it.
I'm down to fight Soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on DAZN, November 28th, we get the eagerly anticipated showdown between two guys who have been circling the drain their entire careers. It's Super Salt Papi taking on King Kenny. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have you here. Salt, let's start with you. This fight has been built up for quite some time. What does it mean to finally have King Kenny as an opponent?
I mean, like I said before, me and King Kenny, we started on the same show. We kind of have the same amount of boxing experience, and yeah, it was just a matter of time, and now it's happening.
Kenny, is that how you feel? It was destined?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been looking forward to this fight, and you know, we've made it, you know, on a big show, and we can't wait for it to happen. It's going to be big.
Let's talk about your guys' most recent fights, of course. Adam Brooks, you felt fantastic, looked great in there. Coming out of that, how better are you since that fight?
Well, yeah, obviously I had a lot of time off because I think last year I fought like 4 times, so that fight was in May. So yeah, there's a lot of time off that we spent in the gym, you know, just getting better, just being an all-round fighter, getting better.
Fair. Salt Papi, what did you make of his fight with Adam?
Yeah, he showed a lot of improvement. He's been working on his stuff. He's more aggressive, and yeah, that's what like the professional boxing. His coach is doing a very good job with him. And I can't wait.
And for you, last time we saw you on Misfits was, of course, Amadeus Ferrari, who was a crazy, I'd say, opponent for you to go up against. How much improvement do you feel you've had since that fight?
I've been training ever since. I didn't really stop training. You know, Amadeus Ferrari was very strong, very unpredictable, and yeah, he was crazy guy. And I did find him very difficult because of his like too much aggression, all the dirty tactics and everything, but I dealt with him, and yeah, that's it.
Kenny, what did you make of that one? Obviously, Ferrari, a pretty wild guy in there.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much said it. When I was watching it, I did see that he was struggling with the aggression he was putting on him, but obviously he was composed. He still won the fight. At the end of the day, that's what matters, but I did see, you know, the holes in his game.
When you watch Salt Papi's fights, where do you feel he's at his weakest?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, from his last fight, as you can see, was the aggression. But obviously, must have been working on that in camp, so I can't just rely on that. But from what I've seen, is if someone puts it on him, like, you know, Amadeus Ferrari, he's all over the place. But yeah.
Salt, same to you. When you watch King Kenny compete, what areas do you feel he's at his worst?
I feel like the same. We're like both the same because we get used to, like, you know, doing the normal boxing stuff, and we deal with aggressions, like, you know, we find it hard to handle, but like we've been working on that, and yeah, it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a very good show, and we can't wait to put it, like, you know, live on DAZN.
What would a win here mean for both of you guys? Again, this fight has been talked about for so long. I have to imagine it's, again, kind of been in the back of your mind. Kenny, what would a win over Salt Papi mean for you?
Yeah, I need to win. So obviously, you know, whoever wins this will be fighting either Slim or Gib. I hope it's Gib that wins because we still got unfinished business. But you know what? For me to get that fight, I need to put myself in a good position and win this fight.
Salt, what would a win here mean for you?
I mean, feel the same as him. Like you said, we're gonna be fighting Slim or Gib. I don't mind who I fight, but I need to win this one first.
And obviously, this all takes place on the home of boxing. Biggest X Series card of the year on DAZN. Does that add any element to this, King Kenny, or is that same thing, just different day?
Same thing, just different day. You know, I've fought on DAZN before, main event. Remember my Winston fight? I just came out. It was just another day in like training camp. You're just going out there, spar. Well, not spar, fight, but doing your job. You're just doing your job instead in front of cameras. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah.
Salt, being on this platform, right, DAZN with the X Series, how much does that add to this one?
I just want to thank Misfit Boxing for everything. It really means a lot to me because I really started from the bottom. I was on Short Star Boxing. I was at the very beginning, and I'm here.
And both you guys have come such a long way.
Yeah.
Now, I want to retread a little bit and ask a question, the opposite of a question earlier, right? I asked where was he at his worst. Where do you think he's at his best? What is the best thing about Salt Papi?
That's a good question. he's definitely got a strong left, like his power hand. He's got a strong power hand. I'd say that's his, strongest attribute. Because when he seems to land it, it's a problem for people. So
Fair.
yeah.
And Salt, where is King Kenny at his best?
His jab, his footwork, everything really. He's very good. He's a very good fighter, and I cannot underestimate him like what I did in the past. So it's just like yeah.
Fair. And obviously, there's not really much bad blood here. It feels like we've competed on the same cards, and you guys have such familiarity. There's nothing really wrong, right, between you two.
Just business.
Like
innit?
the
We
guys,
gotta fight,
like, just business.
We
It's
just
like,
gotta fight. It's the game.
Yeah, it's the game.
Yeah, it's the game.
Fair.
Sports, yeah. But like my last opponent was like crazy, but like I'm happy that it's King Kenny.
That it's not,
it's not trying to beat me up like trying to beat me up now. Like
You're not going to bum rush him at the weigh-in,
Like-
are you, Kenny?
You never know.
like my other, you never know. Like my other opponent is like
Now, you mentioned earlier this main event, obviously Gib versus Slim, another eagerly anticipated showdown. You believe Gib gets it done. Salt, who do you think wins in that main event?
It's 8 rounds, isn't it?
8 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, I got Gib, man.
Gotta go, Gib.
I want Slim so I can have my rematch.
Fair.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. And early predictions for this one. King Kenny, tell me how this goes against Salt Papi.
Well, you never know what's going to happen on fight night, but I would say could be a knockout. If I see opening, I'll go for it. Or it could be points. I have to gauge how I'm feeling in the ring.
I'll just win whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Spots.
Yeah,
You
because
never know
before,
what's gonna
You never
because
know.
before I tried to knock out every opponent I have, but I noticed I can't really knock out like all of them.
Yeah.
So I have to win whatever it takes.
I love it. Well, you guys started in the same place and now have finally arrived. November 28th, live on DAZN, X Series 19. It is the showdown between Super Salt Papi and King Kenny. Gentlemen, I can't wait to see you in Qatar.
Thank you.
Can we get a handshake?
Yes, I have no problem.
Handshake after the fight.
Okay.
After the fight.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah.